I've run my family's ranch out here in the Nevada high desert for 20 years. A sprawling stretch of sagebrush, dusty trails, and, most prized of all, a small herd of wild Mustangs that roam my back pasture. They're descendants of the horses my great-granddad helped protect back when ranchers and miners thought wild herds were pests. When the Willow Bluff HOA sprang up just over the ridge 5 years ago, I knew I was in for trouble. Willow Bluff is all fancy houses with desert lawns, golf carts, and a president named Karen Mitchell. If there's one thing Karen loves more than HOA fines, it's pretending the whole valley is her personal fiefdom. The real trouble started when some out-of-town trophy hunters moved into Willow Bluff. They'd brag at HOA meetings about bagging deer, coyotes, anything that moved. My ranch is private property, fully fenced, clearly posted with NO hunting signs every half-mile. And yet, every few months, I'd catch some fool creeping along my fence line with a rifle. Last November, Karen decided to help these guys. She called me up pretending to be polite, asking if I'd host a neighborhood hunt to control wildlife. I told her no, flat, final, not happening. My land is sanctuary for the Mustangs and other critters that pass through. I hang cameras out there just to watch them run. So what did Karen do? She gave 3 of those weekend warriors the gate code she'd gotten from an old service worker. One crisp morning at dawn, I woke up to gunshots echoing across my back pasture. I grabbed my binoculars and spotted 3 men in camo by the south fence line, rifles up, trying to track a deer that didn't even exist. But plenty of my Mustangs did. Furious, I jumped in my old ranch truck, tore out there, and blocked them in with my rig. I didn't even have to say much. See, my Mustangs aren't exactly shy, especially the lead stallion, Dust Devil. When they hear trucks or strangers, they usually come running to check it out, manes flying like banners. So there I was, yelling at these trespassers to drop their rifles and wait for the sheriff. When the herd showed up, 12 strong, tails high, snorting and stamping. One clueless hunter tried to wave them off. Big mistake. Dust Devil led the charge. Those horses didn't hurt anybody, but they sure gave those grown men a good reason to jump the fence and scramble for cover. I laughed so hard I almost forgot to call the sheriff. Meanwhile, here came Karen, speeding up the access road in her shiny HOA golf cart, wearing a sun visor and that fake neighborhood pride smile. She screeched to a halt and shouted, "Why are you threatening our guests? They have every right." I pointed at the big NO trespassing sign not 10 feet from her golf cart bumper. Then I pointed at my Mustangs, who were circling the fence line behind her like a furry honor guard. She turned pale when Dust Devil stamped the ground right next to her cart. The sheriff showed up 20 minutes later, took one look at my trail cams and the gate code log, and gave Karen and her guests a quick lesson in private property law. Trespassing with rifles is no slap on the wrist out here. Those guys lost their hunting licenses for the season and paid hefty fines. Karen tried to whine that she was just organizing a community activity. Didn't fly. Sheriff told her if she or her HOA members stepped foot on my ranch again, they'd be dealing with the county judge next. As for the Mustangs, I bought them a fresh salt lick and let them roam where they please. And Karen? She still peeks through her blinds when my horses come near the HOA fence. And you can bet she doesn't give my gate code out anymore.